What's up, everybody? Patrick LaRouge here from Evolve Restorative Therapy. You can find me at livepainfreeprocess.com. I have a pain-free concierge service that helps people learn how to heal. It's no longer good enough just to start doing things. I'm seeing people just do things, and they're doing the proper things. They're eating right. They're working out. They're working hard, but they're not really healing because they're outweighing and outdoing something somewhere that their body is just not communicating properly. So I teach people how to heal. I do that through my concierge service. And this concierge service gives them the step-by-step tools that they need to understand how, not what to do, but how to communicate with themselves, slow themselves down, calm their mind, and link it with their body so they can heal. So what we're going to be talking about today, actually this whole month, we're going to be talking about this A word. This A word, and it's a bad word. People go crazy about this A word. A word is anxiety. So many people don't even realize they have anxiety, but the people that are anxious, they're highly super aware of their anxiety, and they might have anxiety attacks, or they try to do things to not get crazy anxiety. But what I'm here to tell you is everyone goes through. It's just how your body processes the load that it's on. And in this whole month, we're going to break it down in 5 weeks, because this month has 5 weeks in it. We're going to break it down in five steps. Step number 1, how the mind and how the mind and the body are at odds, and that's what creates anxiety. Anxiety is a byproduct of the mind and the body not working together. Week number 2, we're going to talk about the stop and the concept of the stop. Number 3 is how you're going to start the process of clearing up anxiety by picking an area, either the mind or the body, and balancing something out. Then breaking down the concept of organizing the mind. And that's how you're going to combat anxiety, and the concept of what your mind's doing. You're going to organize that, and that's going to make everything clearer inside your head, which then anxiety drops. Number 5 is everything that you need to do in a consistent order to keep anxiety at bay consistently. And now that's where all the fun lies, right? Is being able to do something in a systematic way where you no longer have to focus on it. But this is the deal. This is what needs to happen. This is like a mini course, guys. You have to do this slowly. You have to work with it. You have to do what I'm asking you to do in order for you to learn by experience that you can handle your anxiety. This is the biggest thing. You have to believe that you can do it in order for it to happen. And so many people try to do things, they don't see why they're doing it. And then they don't watch how they're doing it in the first place. They don't observe themselves. They don't see it well enough, right? And then they expect everything just to go away because they read a book. You have to do what's in that book. You have to experience that book. And that's what I want you to do with this 5-week mini-series, let's call it, right? So this week, what we're going to talk about this week is how the mind and the body is at end. It's really relatively easy. I want you to start thinking about anxiety as something that just doesn't pop up. It's something that you create, and it's something that you have a part of, and you can control it relatively easy because your mind and your bodies are at wit's ends. They don't see each other in the right way, in the way it's supposed to happen, and things the way it's supposed to going down. So think about it like this. Your mind and your body are 2 different entities, and they control one another. So many people think the mind is stronger than the body because that could get my body to do whatever I want, right? But they don't realize that the body has the same control, right? Have you ever touched something that was hot and you're like, damn, that was hot? It's because your body was moving faster than your mind. In that regard, that was happening. So if you're always consistently running around and you're doing things and you're acting like the chicken with his head cut off and you're running all over the place and doing all sorts of things, that will create anxiety because you're not being part of the symbiotic team of the mind and body, right? That's because now, right after you notice I'm all over the place, your mind kicks in and says, I do not see what's happening. I don't see how the future is happening, so it classes it as this is unsafe. A whole easy way is I'm starting to level up. I'm starting to run my business. I'm starting to do more. I need to do more. And if you don't see a clear pathway, in front of you, your body's going to claim that as unsafe, which is going to create pressure inside yourself, which AKA is called anxiety. You might feel it here, you might feel it here, you might feel it here. All of it triggers a fight or flight response that gets you to protect itself. That's the whole thing. So now, this is the flip side. If you don't know and you don't see what's happening within yourself, you can't clean it up. So our first task for this week, I want you now to start watching and monitoring yourself. Start seeing what you're doing and what triggers you. And that's a big popular word now. I am triggered. I am triggered. So let's use it. Let's use this common animal, this common beast, right? And say, what is triggering you? And start listing those down so you understand what will cause anxiety, what is giving you your anxiety, because then you have to start mapping out what your body's doing and mapping out what's happening within your mind. Once you do both of those in line, then you have a means to start something and start an action that's going to bring a cycle of events that helps you control and manage your anxiety to a fact that you're doing it so often that you will no longer be an anxious person because you'll see it coming in advance. You'll feel it happening in real time. And you'll actually have the wits to stop and start to process your information accordingly. Okay? So this is what I want you to do. Take out a piece of paper, right? First things first, take a deep breath. Into your belly, out through your mouth, out through your nose. Do that a couple times. And then free write. What bothers me? Where's the situations that I feel the worst in, that I know bothers me quickly? And write them down, 1 through 10. Really, really fast, as fast as you can, so your brain doesn't kick in and think, oh, my husband bothers me, oh, my kids. Like, all right, these are the most important things that pop up, and you'll list them out. And then take the priority order and notice when this one happens. And now you found your trigger, which then brings you to the next step. What happens to you? Which will show you if you're more of a mind anxiety place or a body anxiety place. For example, if you have, my business is growing, and you get to a place where your business needs to grow, and you start overthinking it, and you're like, oh, no, this is way too much. This is way too big. I can't do it, right? That is you being in your mind. So you would have to focus on calming your mind down to control what's happening. And then you can start moving forward that way. Or same situation. You have the business that's growing, and you feel your heart pounding, or you feel like, oh my God, I got to go do something, or you find yourself rocking, or you find yourself doing something in the physical world, that's your body speeding up. That means you have to control what's happening within your body. Does that make sense so far? All right, so this is what I want you to do next. After you do that, write down below and tell me what is your experience with it? Did you find it really hard to write down the things that make you anxious, which means you're here, right? Or did you find it really, really easy and you did that and you're very excited about it? And tell me what you want to work on so I can be part of this, so I can help you with it, and I'm just going to have some fun with you, because this is like a free mini course on anxiety. What's great about that, right? So talk to me, holler at me. Until next week, where we talk about how to do the stop and what to do for yourself to get it to clear up. Next week. Peace.